Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is a bit of a different video we're going to be doing today. This is going through, say, some of the most popular cars in GTA 5 anyway, but on the Fast and Furious version. Now, most of these do range from the very first one to the third one. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making them, and I'm also going to be reviewing them on the track at the airport. So yeah, let's go straight into it, and yeah, let's review these cars. Right, so as you can see, these are the cars I have mainly that I have made and took off the Fast and Furious series. Now, most of these are the most popular ones in the series. So, I'm going to start with one of the most, say, common ones, which is, to be honest, which is my least favourite, which is the Mitsubishi Eclipse. In the very first one, the first car you see, anyway. Right, so, I'm going to go through this, show you how it's made, and show you what car it is and what I've bought it from. So let's get over to Los Santos Customs, and then we'll go through it.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
Right, so as you can see, this is the, I'd say, nearly identical of the Mitsubishi Eclipse. I'm not sure if anyone recognises it, but this is one of the most biggest fan favourites of the series and the films. Now I'm going to show you how you go approach and make this car. Now I've done it a bit different because I've looked at it and thought this looks kind of better, and most of the things I do not have on here that the car does originally have. So bumpers wise, you're going to want to go on the second one. Now that's the one you want the most anyway, because it's the original. There's no different body kits on it, there's no absolute mad stuff on it, so it's just plain simple front bumper. Now rear, you're going to go on the last one with the diffuser on it, which is this one. Now you want this because it's the same, pretty much identical if you go and look on, say, Google Images or whatever. Engine wise, I've upgraded it myself. Second one, it has quad exhaust on it, so if you want to go there, put that on it, you can do, or whatever one you prefer, it's up to you. Grille, I've kept it stock because it doesn't have the radiator showing whatsoever. Hood, in the film it does have a carbon roof with the decal on it. Lights, I've not done any kind of different things to it, it's all the same, but what I need to do is change its lights, because if I can remember, I think it does have neon green lights on it. So let's go ahead and do that. Right, that's that done. Live rate, obviously you want this one, almost had you, which is a quote the Paul Walker does say to Dominic Toretto in the film, which it doesn't have any of these different ones. So what you're going to do is you want to pick the last one, which is almost had you, which is pretty identical. The respray you're going to want, which one do I have? I think it is lime green you want. Not too sure. Right, yeah, it's not lime green now. My one is a crew colour, which I do not own the crew, so I can't take any credit for it, but it is a spitting image of the actual colour itself. But if you don't have this colour as a crew, you're going to have to go with lime green. If you want lime green, then you're obviously going to have to go on a pearlescent colour. And you're going to want, I think it is racing green to help it. I'm not too sure. Or bright green, it's one of them. I'm not really too sure yet. Right, next bit. You're going to want to change the roof. No, I didn't. Skirts, you want the custom skirts one. Now there's no any fancy body kit to it. It's just the first one. There's no carbon on it. There's no nothing. So that's pretty much it. You want the GT wing because the spoiler is pretty good, as well as it is what it is on the film. Now that one is more different, but it's not in the film. This one is pretty much identical. So you get that one. Suspension wise, I've got it at the bottom. So transmission is the same, turbo, all the same. Now wheels, I'm not sure which one I went with. Wheel type, I think I went on Sport or was it Street I wanted? High-end, chrome, stock. I can't remember what rims I had. Right, yeah. I've went from chrome, organic type 0, which is pretty identical as well. So if you want to go ahead and stick them on, it's easier for you. Windows, got it, tinted limo, and that is it. Now to get this car, you are gonna want to go on, I think it's, where did I find it? Right, I think it is on, I forgot what you call it, to be honest. Let's go on it. That's it, Southern San Andreas Super Autos. Now that car is on here somewhere. I think it's one of the cheapest ones actually, so price wise it's not the worst thing in the world. Just go through it. It should be here anyway. I'll find it. Took me a while to find it anyway, to be honest. It's definitely on here somewhere. Alright, no, obviously it's not on there. The second option is just actually stealing the vehicle off of the streets, which is one of the best options to do, because I think that's what I did, in all honesty. Let's get back. Missed the turn. Oosh. Right. Now, the second one I'm gonna go with over here in the garage itself, or out on the street, whichever. Now, this one is the Lycan Hypersport, which is from the eighth film, I think. Now, if I remember correctly, this one is in the building in Dubai. Now, they do crash it out the window, unfortunately. RIP to the car. But there's not much you can do with this car apart from put the alloys on it and keep it the colour the same. No, there's no fancy body kits, there's no fancy upgrades, you just got to keep it as it is, to be honest with you. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Does cost a lot of money. Now, if you're going to buy this, it's on Legendary Motorsport called the Pacassi Reaper. It is quite expensive, I think it's 2.2 million. I'm not too sure, I shall find it. Just so, it is this one, as you're looking at right now on the top. Yeah, well, there it is. No, it's not. It's 1.595 million, which isn't a fair do. Well, it is a fair do, to be honest. It's not that bad, but in all honesty, if you want the collection, go for it. But personal experience, I wouldn't waste the money. Time for the next one. Right, next one. Hans car. Now this one is one of my personal favourites. This one is kind of a unique car, which, to be honest, you want this one, you're going to need a lot of money. Because you have to go to Benny's to do all this. It's not a Los Santos custom job, fortunately. So I'll just go there and I'll talk you through that as well. Oh, I feel bad for doing that.
Tell me what you want.
Right, so this one, yeah, I almost said that. Let's go through now. The first thing you're going to do is the first thing that pops up on the screen, which is the custom kit for it, Benny's custom kit, which is going to set you back about 750,000, maybe 800,000. I'm completely unsure for it. I am not too sure personally. Bumpers you keep stock. There's nothing on here you can change physically. There's just nothing there. Engine block, I've not changed anything. I've kept it stock. There's nothing there I needed to change. Tune-ups, obviously. Exhaust, I've gone with a twin carbon can, which is probably the most identical one you're going to find. Leave them. Fenders, keep them stock because it's not actually a wide-bodied car fully. If you are going to go on like the wide-bodied section and go with completely identical, you want the bolt-on arches, because that's the only thing on here that's going to make it look its part. So I suggest that one. On interior, you don't really need to do anything with that. Lights, not such that. Now the library. Now all this isn't the best thing ever, but you want the black two-tone because basically that's what's going to make it look like Khan's car. So orange, which I'll go through the orange itself, and then black. Leave that, please, leave that. Respray, here we go. Right, you're going to want... Is it on it, or is it classic? Right, you're going to want the classic orange, which, let me see if I can find in here. Yeah, it's the same thing basically. Because you don't want that, you want the normal orange. So you go for that, keep it there. I do not have a pearlescent on it, I've kept it stock. Now the secondary colour, quite obvious, you want the classic black. That's what you want. Roof, I've kept the roof because he has a roof. Skirt, you want a low skirt. There's nothing on here that you want to make it look too beefy or make it look too wrong. So the low skirt is probably the best bet, definitely. Spoiler, kept it plain and simple as it is in the film. There's no speciality to it. It's completely normal, high level spoiler. Suspension, kept it the same. Tailgate, nothing there needed. Transmission, again, these are just add-ons I have added. I think Sport Chrome, I've gone with Endo V1, which is the best for the car. There are others, like, let's go through it. There could be the Deep 5, could be the Inferno, could be any of them. But if you want to go identical like it is on the film, and you want to keep it classic, go with the Endo V1. Windows, limo only. I love my blacked out windows, me. Right, which is that one. That one's pretty much done. But that one does set you back about $1.5 million at least, just completing the whole thing on its own, to be honest. Should have you. So right, let's go back, get back to the garage, and pick a different one. Good thing about doing these and having Benny's Classic mods on it, the acceleration and the boost is impeccable. It sends you flying everywhere. Obviously I crash a lot, but oh well, not the point. So the next one we're going to move on to, right, we'll go with this one. Now this one you're going to be wondering, what the heck is that? Now this one is actually Dom's Charger, but I've added quite a few little add-ons to it, which some of them I can't change and some of them I can, which I will be going through. Now, first one is the livery. Now, which is the decor, the decoration all over the car. So all this black spray paint and the white, yeah, that's not meant to be on there, but I like it because it looks beautiful on it. The side exhausts, no, they're not meant to be there either, but they're the only option you have to have them on the rear. Other than that, they're just not going to look right at all. So I've kept it like that. The noise of it, perfect, can't beat it. Sounds like a pure American muscle car. Nothing you can fault on it. But this one is just the same. You have to go to Benny's to do it, which I will be doing now.
Quick, what you need?
Right, so this one's going to be a bit different. Brakes, you're going to want is that, whatever you want on that bit. That's not the point. Roll cage, I've got that as something I want. Engine block, I've got the V8. I've had to have that. It's just beefy car. It really is. That's what. If you want that, the V8, that's what's going to make it sound like a proper muscle car, to be honest with you. But it works. Air filters, it's nothing much you can do with them, but that one is my favourite. It's just plain simple. Exhaust, blah blah blah. Ah, right, actually, exhaust. That's it. The side kit exhaust now. Where is it now? If you look at them two at the back, they're not right. That one's not right, and they're not right. These quad exhausts on the back, they look perfect and look good on it, and that's how they're going to stay, in my opinion. The grille, I've got the same. It's up to you how you want it, but down to you. Now, there are different chargers there are in the film. Whereas there is that one, there's that one mainly, and then there is the normal HUD on it. There's no HUD scoops, there's no nothing, but there is that. But this isn't the charger from the first film. I've not done that one yet. If you guys like it, ask for a part 2. I'll do all the muscle cars in the film. But for now, we're going to go through all the plain, simple, popular ones. But yeah, anyway, top one, you're going to want the Ram Air HUD, which is just plain, simple HUD. Leave that. Hydraulics. Now that's up to you how high you want your car to jump in the air. Interior, not played with that. Lights, not played with them. Royal Stripe. Now this is the livery you want. I've gone with the Royal Stripes. There's Inferno. This just makes you look like Green Lantern, to be honest. There's that one. Royal Red. Does look good, that one. I wouldn't have it though, it's not me. But if you want it normal, keep it that. That's about it, but to be honest, I like my Royal Stripes. Looks impeccable. Impeccable, can't even speak. Plates, plate holder. There's plenty of stuff for them. Right, we spray per the colour. Basically, as dull as I'm going to put it, black. That's it. Spoiler, you've only got one option. Choose it. Transmission, blah blah blah. Right, yeah. This one I find a bit odd. Now, if you go with the extreme trunk install, it makes the music inside the car a hell of a lot louder. And to be honest, I don't know why there's all them batteries in the car, but hey yo, we move. Turbo, that's just the one. Wheels, wheel type, chrome. I think I've put tuner on it. Actually, yeah, I have. Now these, I think they've come stock. I think it's got that. Yeah, these ones are the originals, which is same thing in it. They just keep the originals one on it. I've just bulletproof tires and what else? Blah 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 blah. Not interested. But yeah, anyway, that V8 engine you get to pick. That's the best thing you're gonna want on the car because it's gonna make it sound a hell of a lot better. Right, anyway, back to the garage. Sorry about that. Interruptions. Oh, damn it. Oh, actually, you can actually test the hydraulics in this thing just by doing this, I think. There you go. If you're on PS4, you hold R1 and the accelerator just to do this. Wheelies. Now let's head back to the garage and then show you another car. Oh, sod it. Oh, I completely ruined it. Oh well. Oh, that's one thing I hate about this car. Right. Oh, I hate this car so much. Right, the next one we're gonna do is do that one last. Do this one next. Right, now this one is the. Oh, actually, I forgot to say to purchase Han's car and that one. You're gonna go on internet if you want to buy it quick. You're gonna go on. Where do you want to go on? You want to go on to Benny's. So you go on to Benny's. Go on his stock, and you're gonna want the. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Where? Right. You want the Bravado Banshee? You know, I've got a certain add-on to the game where I can get it free, which isn't a bad thing. So you know, I'll be all right. Now this next one is Brian's R34 Nissan GTR, which is the first one I ever made, which I'm absolutely proud of. I love the car to absolute bits. Right, this one is the exact same as most of these cars are going to be honest. You're going to go over to Benny's again. The acceleration and top speed on these cars are just the best. Some of these cars can beat some of the fastest cars on the legendary motorsport, which is why I absolutely love them. Start it, go straight across. Well, that wasn't good. Ooh.
Lay it on me. What am I doing?
Right, now, this car is probably one of the best ones you're going to be doing in this whole, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. This one is one of the best ones you're going to have in the collection. Now, there's going to be an option above it. Obviously, you're going to want the classic version of this car, which is the Elegy RH8, whatever I think you want to call it. It's classed as the Nissan GTR, but you're going to know what that means. Right, anyway, just going to show you how to make it. Bumpers, front bumpers, you're going to want the third one down. Now, most of them, they look the same, but they're not. They're too wide on the car, and they're just not the same at all. So you're going to want the carbon front splitter. Rear bumpers, you're going to want the last one. Pretty identical. Most of them doesn't have it, but for the best effects, you're going to want the carbon rear diffuser. Best one in my opinion. Bumper accessories, I don't even think I've had a look at these. Oh right, you don't want these, are you? Right, next one, chassis, headlight trim. Right, yeah. Twin planted, nah, that's completely up to you how you have these. But I have the twin painted headlight ducts, just to look a lot better on the car, to be honest. Doors, I have the painted wind deflectors, just because it looks too plain on the windows. So you want them. Engine, I've changed all my engine block. Cam covers, not changed it. Strut mounts, changed only one. Engine tunes, now you're definitely going to want that. This increases your acceleration and your top speed. So yeah, keep playing with that. Exhaust, you're going to want the oval exhaust. Because I know in the film it only has one exhaust. Which I think actually I might actually change that. I'm going to go with two. I'm going to go with twin titanium tuner exhaust. That's what I'm going to want. So that's what I'm going to have. Grill wise, secondary grill surround. Makes the car have more paint, more decals on it. You know, hood accessories, I've not got any because you don't need them. Hood, you're going to want the raised extreme hood. Just that one is pretty much the same as I've got one now, but you just want that one just because that's the exact one on the car itself as well. Horn, not changed. Interior, not changed. Not changed. Now, leather it. This was the main important one to make the car look the same as what it actually is. So you're going to want the Midnight Racer, which is the same one as Brian has in the film. So there's no other one going around that makes the car look any better than it actually is. So just keep using that. Plates, respray. Now you're gonna want primary colour. You're gonna want metallic. You're gonna want silver. There's no grey, there's no this, there's no that to make it look bang on. I've tried so hard to try find the best one for the car, but there just isn't one. But just go with which one you prefer. Secondary colour. You're gonna want, which one do I have? I have the colour. Actually, no, actually, no. The second one's the same. The top of the car. So you're gonna want the same. So you just want the silver. Trim colour. That's that. But I think that's just blue anyway. To be honest with you, that looks horrible. So yeah, I think them stripes are going to be blue either way, so I don't think you're able to change them. The roof, not changed anything on the roof. Oh, actually I have, there's a roof vent. I've put that there because I like it. There isn't actually one on the car. I just have it there for extra detail. So if you're going to sell the vehicle because you get bored of it, you get 850 grand out of it, which isn't bad at all. Skirts, you're going to want the carbon skirt extensions. Now there's nothing else on here that you might be interested, which I might actually have. Just skirts. Nah, I prefer that. What cars have you come already? What do you mean? Oh, what cars have I done already? I'm going to go back to the garage in a minute and I'm just going to cover the ones I have done. But I'm just going to go with this. Oh, you're interested in making the car? Right, yeah, I'm going to go through the ones. If you want to know any car you want, then just let me know and I'll buy that car and I'll go through it and make that car for you. So it should be alright. Anyway, back to it. You're going to want the classic RS wing. That is what you want on the car. There's no other option for this car, which is identical to any other. Suspension, that's just an extra option. Transmission, that's the same. Turbo, that's the same. I just need to remember a few. Yeah, it's cool, mate. Don't worry, I shall show you. Windows, that's a limo. This is what I prefer, so it is just an add-on itself. So, first of all, back to the garage, and then we're just going to go straight on to our next car. I've got 1.7 million. It's good enough, mate, but to be honest, we got 1.7 million isn't going to get you two. At least, I might actually get you two fully upgraded ones, depending on which ones you go for. Because there was one I spent over 3 million on, which I will be showing you in a sec. $196,1969 Charger. I think I've got that one. Potentially, I might. No, I don't think I have that one. I have his original one, but without the big supercharger at the top. Right, Charlie, I think that's your name. I've gone over Han's car. I've gone over the Charger itself. I've gone over the Eclipse, and I've gone over the Lykan Hypersport, which is from number 8, which you can recognise all these cars itself, which is pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. The next one I'm going to cover, I'm going to go with is Mark IV Toyota Supra. Now, to find this car, if you do want this car, you want to go on Legendary Motorsport, and you do need, it is pricey, I think it is around 800,000 to buy, It's not that bad. But if that's the car you want, then that's the price you're gonna have to pay, unfortunately. Now you're gonna want the Dinker Jester Classic, which I do have. I do have one of these, but I do need to buy another one to do another car. But yeah, you're gonna want to go ahead and buy that one. Now this one, you do not need to go to Benny's. You don't need to go there. This one is completely classic. All you need to do is get to Los Santos Customs, and you should be good from there. Now this car is one of my favourites. One of the most identical ones you can buy and you can make. For PS4 players anyway. PC players, they can just spawn the car in the game, so it's either over there for them. Oh, come on, you're just ruining the car now.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
Right, armor, you don't need to worry about that. Brakes, don't worry about that. Bumpers, now keep it stock. I have kept it stock. For simple fact of, it might not be the same for everyone, but on the car itself it does have the drift with intercooler. Now the original car does have that, but I'm not a big fan of it. So the front bumper itself I have kept stock just for my complete liking. The rear bumpers I've kept stock as well, because nowhere on the car does it have any of this at all. Chassis still the same, so let's leave that in there. It's just a roll cage. Engine, I've upgraded that myself. Exhaust, you're going to want the twin chrome exhaust. Now on the film it only has one, but it just looks misshaped without the two of them, to be honest. Headlight covers, you want the half cut eyelids. Does it have in the film? Yes it does. So I've kept it like that. Fenders, I have the rear spats, which is these at the bottom. It's like a rear diffuser by the side. Kept it like that. Now it is the same. So if you have the rear spats, you should be okay. Hood, you've got the performance hood, which is the same and identical one. None of these, I have been through all these, but most of them are carbon, so the performance hood, that's the one you want. Horn, don't need to mess with. Lights, don't need to mess with. 10-minute car. Now, you go through these, it's a bit different, but the 10-minute car is obviously when Dominic Toretto does ask Brian, he owes him a 10-second car and brings in this car. This is the same livery as it is on the original film, so this is the one you're going to want. You don't need to play with. Respray, now respray prime colour, you're going to go metallic and you want sunrise orange. You don't need salmon pink, you don't need pista pink, hot pink kind of pink, blah 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 blah. You don't want orange and you don't want bright orange. The original colour is sunrise orange. Now orange does look quite identical, but it's not as dark and as sharp as the sunrise orange that I am showing you now, so keep it as that. Secondary colour, you're going to want metallic. Where is my secondary colour? I don't think I have one, to be honest. Alright, I think the secondary colour is just the wing mirrors, to be honest with you. Trim colour, leave that alone, you don't need it. Roof, keep it the same, don't need anything on there. Skirts, you're going to want normal ones, you don't really need anything on there. Spoiler, you're going to want the carbon wing type 2. Now it is quite a big carbon wing. There's nothing else on here that has any resemblance to the car whatsoever apart from the carbon wing type 2, so I've just kept it as that. Suspension, complete add-ons, you do not have to have these are just for my liking itself. So keep it as it is if you want. That is all you need to know about this one. This one's completely upgradable for your liking. You do not need to go to Benny's, you just need to get to Los Santos Customs and make it how you want. So there's that one done. It's time to get to the next one.
What the fuck, dude?
Now, last one you're gonna want. This is my personal favourite, and I shall never ever give this car up. This is genuinely my favourite one. Now, this is the Kirin Sultan RS. Now, this is the classic version, the retro, if you would like to call it. This one is classed as the Mona Lisa from the Tokyo Drift series. So let's go and upgrade this one and show you how this one's made. For this one's the same as practically all the others. Now, you're going to want to go to Benny's for this one. Right that way. Now, from the sound and the turbo, it's completely identical to the one in the film, especially the looks. Best handling, best corners, best everything on this car. Now, this car does have its perks. It's probably one of the fastest cars in the game. Speed near enough, I'd say, almost every supercar they've got in Legendary Motorsport. Fastest car, I reckon. Not the fastest, but best one for racing, definitely.
What you looking for?
Right, so at the top there's going to be the same thing again. You're going to want the retro classic of the Sultan RS, which you click on that, might set you back a few $100,000, to be honest. It is really, really expensive. More brakes don't play with, you don't need them. Now, the front ones, you're going to want the RS evolved bumper. Now, the rest of them, these are just way too big and outgoing for the car itself. The rest of them aren't right, so you're going to want the RS evolved bumper, which is pretty much identical as the one on the film. Rear bumper, you're just going to want the second one. It's the same thing. None of these are correct. It's plain and simple at the back, always has been. So I've gone with the Drift RS rear bumper. Chassis, don't need to do anything with these. So fog lights, you don't need them. Headlight trims, don't need them. Roof scoops, don't need it. Doors, I've gone with the painted wind deflectors, just because it extra look for the car. Roll cage, I've added one of them, definitely. Engine block, do not need to change. Cam cover, don't need to change it. Strut brace, don't need to change it. Engine tunes, definitely change it. The acceleration is impeccable. It's just straight off the line, beats every car there is. So you want the EMS upgrade level 4, which is probably the best thing you'll get. Exhaust, you want the slash side exhaust, which is at the side of the car. What's it doing? Why is it won't let me spin the car? There we go. That's weird that. Right, anyway, exhaust wise, you're gonna want that one because the rest of them are just too far into the car and they do not look right. Fenders, now I've gone with an extra bit of wide body colour arches, just because it looks a lot beefier. Grille, don't need to change it at all. Hood, you need the vented hood. Gone with the same. You don't need to say the scooped one because you're just going to make it look like a Subaru otherwise, and you don't want that. So vented hood, that's the best one. Horn, don't change it. Interior, that's down to you. Lights, don't need to change it. Livery, now you want the street drifter. The rest of these are just, that's definitely, you can tell where this car comes from basically just by looking at that. But the best one for it, street drifter. Identical, can't beat it. There's nothing there that can beat it, to be honest with you. Which does change the colour of the car itself. Now plates, don't need to change it. Respray, primary colour, you're going to want metallic grace red. It's got the power to it. It's not too bright, not too dark, it's just in between, balanced. Secondary colour, you want the metallic grace red as well, because otherwise it's all the other stuff beneath it basically. So yeah, keep it as that. Trim colour, that's the inside, don't need to do that. But the livery does have black on it already, so you do not need to change that. Roof, you don't need anything on it. Changed. Skirts, don't need anything, it just gives you mud flaps, that's it. Spoiler, you're going to want the carbon wing. Perfect size, perfect look, almost identical. Suspension, completely up to you. Transmission, up to you. Turbo, up to you again. Windows, limo, obviously, that's what you want. That's about it for that one, but this one does set you back quite a bit. So I'm going to show you how to get this car. Now, if you log in, go to Travel and Transport, go to Benny's, and go on stock at the bottom. It should be already on here. So you're going to want to go to the Karen Sultan. That is exactly what you want. Right. Let's get back. And there is one more to show you. It isn't important, this one, but I thought I'd choose this one just because I like the look of it. What? Fail? Uh-oh. Oh, no. There we go. Ooh, I hate this. Ooh, why did I do that? That's not very good. Oh, I don't bother. Why did I bother doing that? I'll have to leave that there. Are you joking?
Careful! Okay, okay, let's all take a deep breath.
Let's rob this quick. Let's get back. Well, unfortunately, Simeon, you're not having this vehicle right now. Oh no. Ring Lester quick.
I take it this isn't a social call. Okay, so you're in serious trouble, and you need my help. Okay, okay.
Right. Leave that car out there because obviously there's a bit of an issue with it. Now, the last car I'm going to cover is a bit of a plain one. It's not the best one, but it is a good one. Now, this is the Lamborghini Murcielago that... Well, I forgot his name. I genuinely have forgot his name, but this is one of the cars in number 8. I've customised this to make it look not plain, but a nice body kit on it, but in the film it is plain if you do have a proper look. So we'll just go through this. Now I'm not going to take you to a garage for this one because you don't need it, self-explanatory on this. Buy this car, buy the body kit, that's about it. But on this one you are. This one is a good investment if you want to just have a nice looking car, to be honest, but other than that it's not the best one. Don't need it, don't really do need it. The other car I do have there is the Cyclone, just the electric one I like. Best car I've ever got, to be honest. So that's staying there. But other than that, I'm going to fill up my garage even more. What is that copper doing? Let me just give him an helping hand. Put it out of his misery. Sorry about this, mate. There you go. Right, but anyway, yeah, that one, you don't need this one. Just a typical car. Just looks good. Right then. And that is it. Now I am gonna buy more cars, and I am gonna cover a lot more of these cars. These ones are gonna need to buy another garage, keep these ones here, and then cover the muscle cars. If you want to see a part 2, sub, post it in the comments, leave a like. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, hope you enjoyed anyway, and that's it. Just like to cover these cars if anyone's interested. There you go, there's a little tutorial on how to make these cars, which cars to buy. You get the gist. But yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day, and peace.